Hello guys, it's Ar1se here with a new Magnus video. Today I'm really happy finally found the collapse pro game now lately in the latest patch in Dream League, Team Spirit versus Talon. He played Magnus. He did not win unfortunately. I Bible thumped the entire game, but he played pretty solid. I was impressed with his laning phase and with the fact that he is able to recognize a lot of situations, like he knows what to do most of the times. He didn't really do some insane plays like, super, I don't know, out of this world plays, but he played really good. And I think this game was very hard. And I'm really excited to talk about it. And hope you guys going to enjoy this video. Let's get into the game, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Collapse. Collapse. So this game, if you look on paper, it's a pretty hard Magnus game. Like, he needs to be aware of this Batrider. If this Batrider has a good game, which he had, he will focus him most of times. They have no save for Lasso, like they don't have an Oracle. So if he gets Lassoed, he's most likely pretty dead. Later stages. Also, the Rupture is very good against Magnus. Timbersaw, very good hero. But other than that, like other than the Lasso and the Rupture, it's like there's not really much that can stop the initiation, you know? So let's see. So here just casual, Quilling Blade, circled 3 branches, Tango, into, as you guys can see in his quick buy, into Magic Wand. I actually tried this last night. I lost 3 Magnus games, but I loved how it felt in my lane. This magic, Wraith Band instantly with branches. Usually I went this build, but without the Quilling Blade. Sorry. So I tried it, even if I lost 3 games, because I had Reners in team forehead. I still loved it. So he went for Magic Wand, Wraith Band into Magic Wand into Pulse Red. His lane is not very, like, it's not very hard, but it's also not very easy. Really good kill there by Mira. They just managed to harass them all the time. The Pugna is a pretty strong post 5 hero. But I mean, Collapse is just next level. I love how they just sees here an opening, just casually skewer this guy here. You know, harass him, put him low. Low HP, low HP! And then maybe prepare for a kill. So here, level 3, I like that he went for the level 2 skewer. I mean, I think it's also because the lift, and then if the lane is pushed like this in their tower, they will try to harass, maybe kill the Bloodseeker with a lift into skewer. Level 2 skewer, just drag him into the tower. So I like this item build, and I also like that he bought Bracer, since Magnus it's a university hero, high school hero, forehead. You guys can see here, level 2 skewer. I think they're gonna try to skewer him, but actually there was a small misplay there. I mean, it happens. But you see the idea, right? The idea is that they want to abuse these small things, like just try to get everything out of this lane and like try to like even outplay the enemy with a surprise level 2 skewer. You know? So this was interesting to see. Oh! This is what happens here. I loved it. Like, you know, this Bloodseeker is so greedy. He is like, oh, I'm gonna deny every single creep. I'm Bloodseeker. I'm fast. I have, you know, good attack speed, good damage. And Collapse is like, okay, you're gonna try this. You're gonna get skewered into the tower, my friend. And how many of you we actually would have gave up for this kill? You know, we'd be like, oh, he's fast. I'm not gonna chase him. But look at Collapse. Like, he's just so aggressive here. He's insisting on going on this guy, and like, this is what I mean when I see that he recognizes situations. Like, for example, he knows that this can end into his favor, and what he does here, he chases like a god that he is. He denies the creep like a TI winner, and then this Bloodseeker is like, no way, this guy, and then suddenly bam, level 2 skewer, solo kill, dude. I don't know, this guy is a beast. He's a monster, guys. He's a monster, I'm telling you. He did not win TI for nothing. So this I did not like. I mean, he maybe thought that he saw them low. He knows that he has this level 2 skewer, which deals some damage, but pretty late TP, long TP. Luckily, there is this portal that is pretty cool. Good, like go back to your lane. But what's about to happen is pretty sad because this Bloodseeker gets 6 now, and he knows that he has cooldown Skewer and no TP, and he just ruptures my collapse, and he solo kills him. And now, as Magnus, if you're in this situation, you're pretty sad. I mean, they get the kill, I think, on Bloodseeker with Storm Rotation, which kind of salvages the moment there for the Magnus. Or did they kill him? No, they did not kill him, actually. Okay, so he didn't die. My bad, guys. Or, okay, he died. Nice. So yeah, this salvaged the death of Magnus there, in a way. So that was pretty unfortunate. Even though, honestly, I hate this Empower nerf. I think it's pretty annoying. I mean, it is pretty annoying. It's not like it used to be. I mean, it's level 2 here, but even later, like, it's quite annoying. Perhaps going for the agriculture mode. You guys, like I said in the other videos, if you play Magnus and you go for the Empower, you have to be passionate about the agriculture, you know, because this is how you make bread. This is how you make, you know, this stuffs that we eat. They're made out of agriculture. So if you go Magnus and you skill Empower, prepare for this. So he's just chilling. He's farming. You know, this is what you want to do if you play even offlane, even mid. Maybe mid is different a bit, but offlane you just chill here. You just farm camps with Empower. You know, you need to get your timings. Also, by killing the creeps like this behind the tower, it forces his wave to hit the tower, forces a reaction from Radiant, which happened with the Bloodseeker needed to defend the tower there. Because he knows that he sees the mid, so he knows that this Bloodseeker, if he ruptures him, he's gonna TP out, you know? He also skilled RP, like we see here, level 6, he did not skill RP because he knows that like there's not much that it would happen with even with this RP. It's not like if he skills RP level 6, it's not Beastmaster, you know, or like, oh guys, I have Roar, you know, I'm collapsing on mid lane. It's not like that. So he just chills here. He maxes Empower. Now he gets the RP. I love this new the immortal item that gives you this red thing on the RP. It's pretty cool. So as you can see in his quick buy, he's going for the blink first because I mean they have the storm, but it's not. You know, they need this Slark is not having a good game, so they need stuffs to happen. They need this Magnus to make plays among with the Storm Spirit and the Rubik. They have a lot of burst. This combo, especially with the Skewer, the Fate Ball from Rubik, it's a lot of damage. So here, as you can see, he bought the Blink, collapse. He went for the Blink here. I think it would have been very greedy to go for Echo Saber first. So he wants to make a play now. They smoke and it's like pretty unfortunate. So he needs to show this blink with a pretty good play, which happened exactly right here. Very good RP, turn RP, super fast. You know, 0, they cannot do anything about that. Very good blink reveal. Also important on Magnus, if you go for the blink first, it's very important that your first reveal ends up like either on a solo kill on a core, let's say you kill one core with the blink, or you kill 2 support or stuff like that. You know, it's very good that first reveal needs to do something. And now RP on cooldown, back to agriculture, chilling, farming. He's going back to for the Echo Saber, which I liked it. I liked it, to be honest, because he's like a semi-carry Magnus in this game, or whatever you want to call it. So he went back for the Echo Saber. He's pretty farm though. Like honestly, he's like top 2. He's like top 2 net worth in the game, right? So he's pretty farmed. So yeah, again, RP of cooldown. Timber is showing, like I said, Storm. You know what I said earlier, guys. Storm, Rubik, Magnus. These are the heroes that they make plays every time they have RP, or either without RP. I think the Timber maybe would have died, maybe not. I'm not sure. But this is what they need to do. You know, they need to keep these moves going. A lot of damage with the Rubik second spell, with the Storm Spirit, with Magnus, skewer damage, RP, and stuff like that. Interesting that he went for this item. I'm not a big fan of this Gossamer cape. So here he has no RP though, and this fight is pretty messy, to be honest. Tries to skewer the TA there with the shockwave. He has Tumble Troy on TA. He got away. They're killing the Timber. So here, a very good kill. Now he has cooling. I bet he wished that he had no cooldown on Blink. But anyways, pretty good the reaction there. When you play Magnus, you don't really like these chaotic fights when there's like not really, there's nothing really happens unless you just get a RP, especially if you have RP on cooldown. Like, you know what I mean? You know, you get the point. Like, you want to be clean. You know, when I play this hero, I don't like to get messy fights. You know, it's annoying. I want clean, bam, straight to the jugular, skewer some kid, slay him, back to farm, or RP some kids, slay them in like 2 seconds, back to agriculture. So here, let's see. I think that, yeah. So he sees this is. I want to explain this. This is what really good players do. He saw this TA battery at the top, right? And he knows that the storm is there. So what he's thinking right now, he's thinking, maybe I bait the storm from a lasso and the T, and then we get a super good RP and we just burst him. So this was a very good precautious TP. He behind his core, you know, he's a Magnus with blink RP. But unlucky for him, nothing is happening, you know. I didn't check the Radiant team, maybe they had vision. I don't care. I'm not talking about any other heroes. I'm talking only about Magnus here. I mean, I know the Slark didn't have a good game. That's a fact that I know. But this is the main idea, that he recognized the situation when he saw them on the world. He knows that they want to go on Storm, and maybe he can bait the Storm with a really good RP. So another smoke with the Blink RP. There's been a while since they get a fight going. And it was a glimpse there on the Timber. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, the team talent, they played really good, to be honest, in this game. So very good RP, super good turn, very clutch. The thing is, they're not synchronizing very well because the Slark is hitting some different heroes and nobody's focusing the RP there. So this was kind of a messy fight. This is another messy fight that I talked about. You know, you need to communicate in order to be on the same page. Being on the same page in team fights is everything. You know, it's like you need to understand that focusing targets properly, it's very important. Another thing that I hate when I play Magnus is that if I don't have someone who can frontline a bit for me, just 2 seconds at least, or like 1.5 seconds, maybe, I don't know, it's very hard to get the RP off. So here, he's trying to blink, but for some reason, this random Timber chain canceled his blink, and he didn't get the RP that he wanted. So this was very chaotic fight, and they get team wiped, I think, here almost. So this was like, Dora is about luck as well. I mean, just, I don't know if this Timber wanted, he saw them there on purpose. Maybe they had a word, I don't know. But like I said, unfortunate Timber chain there, just cancel. He could have gotten maybe a 3-man RP there or something. Maybe they would have, fight would have been different. So I saw that he's going for the Manta here. He also changed his quick buy a few times. He wanted to go Hicks, then he wanted to buy Refresher, and then he said that maybe he said that I don't have mana for Refresher, it's too expensive, blah blah blah. I don't like this Manta style here. Like, it doesn't really do much, other than the fact that you can maybe dispel a trap slow, or maybe you can outplay the Batrider when he blinks in and you're fast and you press Manta, and then he doesn't know what to lasso, or you dispel the Blood Rite silent. But other than that, it's not very good. Like, I would have preferred here even a BKB. You know, just stand your ground and right click. If you get Rupture, just press BKB and sit there AFK and just, you know, TP out. I mean, I don't know, maybe just right click. But this Manta style, I mean, I know it's a universal hero item, but I'm not a big fan of it in this game. Okay, so here, guys, I've had this moment so many times when I played this hero. Like, enemy had a ward on the cliff down where they're running, and then Collapse wants to sentry there. It's pretty bad if you go as a Magnus trying to D-ward, because you're gonna show yourself. So he's here, he pressing the Manta, unfortunately he gets silent afterwards or whatever. Like, you don't go with Magnus to try to D-ward, you know, because you're gonna expose your position. I think maybe Undying could have just ran there, YOLO mode, press the tombstone, because they knew they were there, you know. Spirit, they knew Talon was there around the world. But I don't think it's a good idea that a hero like Magnus goes there to D-ward. You know, you're gonna expose yourself, you're gonna get lassoed, you're gonna get bursted. They have so much burst with this Timber, so this TA is so farmy, has so much damage. So this was a team misplay, because I thought they're gonna get a good fight there. As I was watching this game, honestly, it was so annoying. For me, as a Magnus player, I love this hero, it's my favorite hero. I love this hero, and when I see that there are no opportunities for a Magnus to get a good RP. Like this game, it was very hard for him to get into a scenario where he gets a decent RP, you know? Because first of all, his enemy team playing very good, they were playing very disciplined. Here they get a lucky kill on the Pugna here, and now they need to back off. First of all, the enemy, like I said, they're just so disciplined and respect this Magnus hero a lot. Especially on Collapse, because he won TI, he's super good player. But for me, personally, it's just sad. You know, I'm Bible thumping when I see that he has RP for 15 minutes and he cannot do it. Because it's not that he doesn't want to do it, or like he just cannot. There are no opportunities. First of all, because also they don't have a frontliner. If you go first with Slark and you don't press ulti, like you don't pay attention, you just die so fast to this TA with Daedalus and Mel, to the Bloodseeker Rupture and stuff like that. This is a very hard Magnus game. Like he's still playing good. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But you guys can see, because people are telling me all the time, "You dude, Magnus is so broken now." Blah blah blah. No, it's not. Magnus was never a broken hero. Like even the shard at TI, trust me, it was not broken. It's just people didn't know how to play against it. Like yes, okay, he was strong, but it was not broken, in my opinion. In my defensive opinion, guys. Okay, so I want to talk about this situation here. I want to pause the game, guys, and talk about the situation. So when you play Magnus and you are dealing with this stuff, you're dealing with an Aegis hero like TA, who has a blink and has refraction. And what this means, it means that even if you blink and try to skewer on this guy, he can just blink away. And I'm pretty sure he's very good player enough to blink away from this Magnus blink skewer. It's risky to try to blink RPM because also he can blink as well. He can blink away, you know, and he has Aegis. Although the Aegis is expiring in 40 seconds. So I think Collapse, he's telling his team, wait until Aegis, it's like, let's say 10 seconds. If they stay here, I will try to get a jump or something like that. So let's see what happens. So the Storm gets a good jump here. And here, I think what Collapse needed to do, he just needed to be here and to blink on these guys. Like he needed to be here to blink them. Blink RP and try to skewer. Although the Slark was not exactly in the area, I think this is what they needed to do. But then there's some miscommunication issue and now they're going, it's too late to go. You know, it's about details. It's about the right moment that you need to go in, you know. But like I said, you need to be on the same page on everyone. It's not about only the Storm. Maybe the Storm sees a play that this was good, in my opinion, that jump was very good. But some other players don't. They think it's bad. This is what I mean when you need to be on the same page. Because playing Dota in a team, it's about being on the same page. It's about understanding each other. It's about trusting each other's calls. You know, it's about everything. And again, now they just rotating towards top tower. Slark is dead. Magnus has RP on cooldown. You know, I don't want to talk about draft, like I said, guys. I don't want to talk about these things. Maybe they are drafted. Maybe they lost laning phase. I don't want to talk about this. What I'm doing, I'm talking only about this hero. Like, I'm not, even if it loses, it's not about why did it lose. Did it lose the game? Why did it, you know? I'm just talking about how I feel and like I'm just expressing my opinions. You know, so like, it can be draft issues. It can be laning issues. It can be, you know, these stuffs. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. So here, luckily for Spirit, they backed off. I mean, the RP was coming off cooldown. Another smoke. I think this was the first, let's say, decent opening of a fight here. The TA blinked in, got hexed, instantly dead, almost instant. RP, they're kind of overkill, but it's whatever, you know. So again here, you know, it's very hard to play with Magnus in this game. Very good. I know this pop there by Rubik that is just wasted lasso on him. But still, like, they cannot go, you know. When they're about to go here, I think Collapse is going for a play. I'm not sure. I think he tries to skewer this Timber from what I remember. But it's very hard, to be honest. It's like this guy, he has, you know, Kaya Sanjay, stuff like that. Magnus drops low here in an instant of effect. Hex, like, it's very hard. Like I said, they don't have a guy who goes in and just, you know, eliminates one hero instantly and then he makes space for the Magnus. I mean, they're also pretty far behind on Team Spirit in terms of net worth and stuff, but it is what it is. So they're going on this timber. Very good RP. You see, this guy, you know, this Batrider, his mindset is, I am catching Magnus, you know. Very good skewer, double two-man skewer from Collapse. Very clutch. You're getting a pretty good fight though. Unfortunately, the Slark died, which is like their main damage hero. So like I said, this Batrider, you know, his mindset is, I'm not gonna try to lasso this Slark because he will dark pack my lasso. Storm is also a good target, but Magnus is the main target. You know, they only need to care about this RP. That's also a problem. I guess it's a draft problem. But when you play Magnus, you need to care. For example, this game, don't get revealed by a trap with shard. You get silent, whatever. You get jumped by the bat. You get ruptured. You get a timber chain. He just goes on you and exposes you in the fight. You know, it's this is why I always say that Magnus is a very skill dependent hero. Like this hero, you cannot play this hero if you are a bot. Like period. If you are a bot and you have zero skill, you cannot play. But you can play Huskar. So forehead. Very good jump here by Storm Spirit. He snatched the Aegis. And Collapse forced to refresh there. His first RP was on cooldown. Very good refresh here. He gets the TA. And then I think they're going more. This was a very good play by Lara on Storm Spirit. But now they just need to back off. Like Slark is dead, so they don't really have any damage. Very good play by Collapse there. And the Storm. Oh, he did go for the refresher, like we saw earlier in that Roche fight. I mean, the Aegis snatch by Storm, he went refresher on Magnus. I like this build though. I like this build, like especially with the... It's very close to having mana, but especially if he goes the Arcane Blink here, like we see in his quick buy. This was very unlucky, by the way. It's pretty cool. He's just going, you know, for the big plays. Like right now, you know, he knows that he needs to double RP, like decent double RP, or they lose the game. Another sad moment. Imagine you play Magnus and you see this Batrider wasting lasso on your support. I mean, the Slark is dead, but you still know that you cannot do anything because first of all, they're very far ahead in terms of farm. I mean, not so far, but they're here also. I think he should have RP'd this TA, but I think he was a bit scared that the TA would blink away, and I think if he RP'd the TA here, maybe they would have bought enough time for the Slark to respawn and try to kill him. I'm not sure. Maybe he would have just pressed BKB afterwards, press refraction and get a blink off. I don't know, but they defend the melee racks, which is the most important aspect. So here they're getting Roche. Timbersaw is sending illusions. I don't think it was a good move by Collapse here to show himself on these illusions, because now they know that he has cooldown on his cure, and then as you can see, this Timber just goes on him, and Collapse has to TP out, and you see this Batrider, dude, he just hunts for this guy non-stop. But this was very sad because Slark, I think he dies twice here, and they need to wait for him. I think at this point you need to go, for example, if you hex the TA, you need to go YOLO, just for full YOLO mode, just, you know, try to go all in. But the thing is, again, the Slark is dead. Now he gets ruptured, he buys back one Slark, but it's too late. Already the Magnus, he's AFK right now, he needs to go to base. Like I said, like here he either goes for the RP after hex, or they don't go at all with the buyback. You know, this is the only play you can do. Like blinking and skewering like that, it's not gonna work, especially if you don't RP afterwards. And like you guys saw, it got ruptured, they forced the buyback on Slark. But again, they defended his melee racks. So I guess it's a plus for that, right? This was probably the best fight he could have asked for Collapse Magnus here. Very good Vortex, 3-man RP, Aeon this pop on Batrider, another RP. Here TA is almost dying. He's actually dead on TA. The Magnus gets lassoed. He dies as well, Magnus. They 2 buybacks on Radiant side. And now, I mean, even though they won this fight, I mean, you cannot say they won if enemy buybacks, right? Forehead. But again, like I said, they were also far behind, and then they just buy back instantly now. Go for the throne on Team Talon, you know. But this was like the best moment with this refresher Honestly, I don't think he could have done better than that. It was very hard. To be honest, this game was very hard. He played from behind after, like, let's say minute 20 or 16. He went for the eggs here, trying to make some cool plays. So unfortunately, the game is over. Team Spirit lost this game, but I was very impressed with Collapse Magnus. Like, even though they lost, I love to see hard games on Magnus, because when I try to explain to my friends about these kind of games, they don't really understand. Like, playing Magnus is not easy, especially if you're counter or you're playing from behind. It's not like this hero doesn't really. I don't know how to explain. Like, it's you need to pay attention to so many stuffs. Like, it's not if you play Brood, you guys know what I mean. You play Brood offlane, you die 5 times or you die 3 times. You know that you get level 6. You sit there, you get towers, whatever. You just Magnus doesn't. It's not a hero like that. This hero requires. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every hero requires skill, but in this game, particularly, it was also a draft issue. I guess I don't know. The Slark had not a. He didn't have a good game. They did his best. Like, Collapse really played good. I love this guy. Honestly, he's the best Magnus player. And then, by the way, in the next games, Talon banned Magnus because they knew that they were lucky this game. They knew they were lucky this game. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm trying my best. I hope I was somehow clear about my thoughts, about my personal opinion. Maybe some I'm wrong, maybe some I'm right. You guys let me know in the comments what you like and what you didn't like about this game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, please sub, and stay tuned, guys, for the next video. See you, boys.